Då är vi live. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 10 of the CosCast with Pixiedust Cosplay and my two lovely friends.
Annabella Cosplay.
And Enyassia Cosplay.
Hi ladies. So today we are having a Desucon Fantasy post-con special, which means that we're going to talk about our experiences at Desucon Fantasy. That was yesterday.
Woo!
Woo! Oh, wow. Oh, I have feedback. One second. Jeebus, stop going there. Okay. So never a cast without technical problems. That's just how it is. So we could kick this episode off with what are we drinking, because we're all having a beverage tonight.
That's true. I have Urge, which is my favorite soda, and it's with carbs. I love carbs.
Yeah, I love carbs too. I am drinking a very refreshing Stone's refreshingly feisty Ginger Joe ginger beer with alcohol. It's got 4%. And it is by far the most delicious ginger beer I've ever had. Yum!
And I have a cup of tea.
In a Zelda mug. Right. So to kick things off, as we usually do, have we had any cosplay progress this week?
I would say so, yes, because we attended Desucon Fantasy yesterday, so I finally got to try out my fine outfit for real.
Yeah, for sure. That's nothing fell apart. So very, very, very happy about that.
Indeed. Got to finish all the stuff for my Elven Ranger. Almost everything.
And you made that beautiful velvet and brocade silk cloak jacket thing.
Yep. And very pleased with it. And yeah, I think it was the most pretty thing about my costume.
Yeah, it was a very pretty jacket. I managed to step on my lightsaber yesterday, so a lot of the paint fell off. So this is my spare lightsaber, which I will probably be using the next time I'm going to a con. Thank goodness I have a spare. But I'm clumsy. I knew that was going to happen. I knew I was going to break something.
And Yaaay too, but she got some first aid at the con.
Yes, you can tell us, what did you break?
Well, the tip of my sword broke, so I had to glue it on.
But nothing broke for you, Annabella?
No, except for some paper thingy I glued on my purse just to hide the mark on it. Because I used my scissor belt from work. So the paper thing that I glued on fell off. But
yeah, in a pinch, we use what we have.
Yes.
Yeah. So that covers our usual progress thingy. And I figured we could show the audience some pictures of how we all looked yesterday when we attended the con.
Yeah!
I figured that was a fun idea. So I'm going to share some photos. Let's see. There we go. So this is me walking down the costume catwalk, looking all dark and evil and Sith-y. Although I'm very short, so I could be a Hobbit Sith.
Yeah.
Well, they are. You need a Hobbit Sith too.
Yeah, sure. Why not? And this is Annabella Cosplay as her Sith, looking all mischievous. And some more Annabella. And some me again. I'm black, so you can't really see much of my figure. There's a lot of black. And derp face, because we need a little derp every now and then.
Definitely.
And I'm so beautiful.
Extremely.
I look like a humanoid Jabba the Hutt.
No.
Well,
A little
Jabba the
bit.
Hutt, Hobbit Sith. That's a nice
That's
combo.
a nice combination. And here is the Elven Ranger, Enyassia, sporting a very nice red piece of plastic on her bow that annoyed her all day long yesterday.
Actually, we talked about that red piece of plastic thingy being more dangerous and more pointy and more stiff and hard than any of the weapons people actually brought.
Yeah,
and
you could really poke someone's eye out with it.
Yes, that's my point, because I did that to myself.
Okay, so how did you do that to yourself? Seriously.
I just lifted my lightsaber and I poked my eye with the strip thingy.
I see. Well, there you go, Desucon. Something to think about.
Yeah.
The plastic strip is dangerous. More
Really?
dangerous than swords and bows.
Exactly.
Now you know. And some more? And here we are posing with a stormtrooper. Yay!
And a pig!
And a pig. Because he just photobombed us. He saw an opportunity and he took it.
Well played, Mr. Pig.
A ranger and Thranduil Dirtface. So charming.
Oh. It looks like I'm choking on my tongue.
Yes. A slightly edited photo of me and my husband posing in our Sith costumes. I think we look pretty badass.
Yeah, you do.
So that was the picture slide I had prepared. So, judging from those pictures, I think it's fair to say that we all had a good time yesterday.
Yes, we did. I can't actually believe that we actually stayed there for like 8 hours. In my head, it felt like maximum 2.
Yeah, I know, because time flies by so fast because there's so much to do.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite part about Desucon Fantasy this year? Let's start with the positives.
Are you asking us both on the same time, or?
Well, yeah, just one of you just go. If you got something you want to share, then yeah.
It's my first con, and I'm really happy about people being as welcoming as they were. I think that people were more open and positive and friendly towards everybody than what I would have expected. So that's a positive.
Yeah, definitely.
And I did not feel like the odd one out because of my age. It didn't feel
you're a
weird.
little bit older than the usual, general con attendee in Norway, but we didn't feel very old because there were a lot of, older, more mature people like ourselves there. Not that we're that mature.
No.
So, Tonya, do you have anything that was your favorite from the day?
My favorite, it's hard to choose. But this is kind of the first con I've ever been to, which I've been attending more activities. Because before, on other cons, I usually just wander around looking at people and stuff. So that was a new, fun experience.
Yeah, I think I have to say that for me, that was one of the most fun things too, to participate in the events and the contests, like the costume catwalk and the short story contest and the quiz. It was a lot of fun.
It was. The only thing that I wish that I did have more time to do is actually just mingle with the other people there, because all the time just ran past so fast. I didn't really...
it was a very tight schedule. It was jam-packed with things all the time. So.
The only person that I really took a picture with was Captain Sableton, which is like the most favorite, most famous pirate in the whole of Norway, and I'm really happy about that. And I met the Stormtrooper, which is also a...
Bunton. You got to take a picture with Bunton.
Yeah, I did not stand in between them, but...
No, but you got a picture. And for those of you viewers who are international and don't know who that is, it's like a trio of criminals in, suits from, like, the 60s?
Something like that.
60s or 70s that carried out a lot of, failed attempts to rob stuff. So it's Norwegian classical comedy stuff. Yeah. And we love it here in Norway.
I see Sonja's got a cat on her desk.
Yep. My kitty cat.
Yeah. I visited her for like 5 hours the other day. Not once did that cat peep out, but when it's CosCast time, he's in front of the camera.
Of course, cats loves cameras.
Yeah.
He does.
Obviously.
And Anita, you also won the...
Yes, that's
contest?
probably one of the reasons why I liked the short story contest so much, is because I won. So I got a diploma that states that I won the short story contest, and I also got a gift certificate at a bookstore for like 300 kroner. So I'm very happy about that. So I'm going to spend it on a new board game for Easter, so that me and my husband can enjoy together. That's the plan.
That sounds nice.
Yes.
You should get the kinky one.
Let's see, maybe Cards Against Humanity or something like that, if they have it.
You know, you can get that on your cell phone as an app, so you can play it with whoever you want.
Yeah, but it's
much cheaper.
It's not the same.
Yeah, but you have to be in the same room because you need to like play with the people that's in the same kind of network.
So do we have any negatives? Is there anything that you weren't too happy about the con?
Yes, it was.
What
The
was it?
The catwalk.
Okay. What was your problem with the catwalk?
Well, firstly, we got like cards that we had to. The people that were going to walk on the catwalk got like numbers and cards in, what role.
And they stated that only 40 people could participate in the catwalk.
Yes, to spare time or something like that. But the stupid thing was that we got the no. We got a no for going as a group. And after the 40 first people had walked past the catwalk, they started sending groups. And the only reason I wanted to go on that catwalk was so I could go in a group.
Yeah, because we were 3/6. It would have made sense for us to go in a group instead of just one and one.
Yeah.
And, so, yeah, I thought that was kind of silly, too, especially since they, after the first 40 decided, fuck it, we'll just send everyone who wants to go on the catwalk up on stage.
Yes.
So, so that was a little bit stupid.
That I did not like. No.
Antonia, I know that you have a pet peeve that really pisses you off.
Yeah, that actually applies to most cons, especially the small ones. And that's the audience lack to applaud one another when they're on stage.
Yeah, because usually during the big, cosplay contests, people are cheering a lot, and they're, very good at cheering people on. But during the costume catwalk, people don't woo or clap or anything unless, someone kind of drags them along and, stands there screaming so they feel they should scream along.
No.
Which we totally did.
Yeah, I'm still sore in my throat from all the screaming and cheering that we had to do for all the audience.
Mm. Yeah, so this isn't necessarily a criticism against Desucon, but the audience cheer people when there's a costume catwalk, even if you don't know who the character they're portraying is. Just clap or woo a little bit because it makes it so much nicer for people to go up on stage, especially those who feel a little bit nervous and are scared of going on stage. Just cheer them on. They deserve it. They've spent time on their costumes. And
this does apply to other stuff in life as well. You should always applaud when people are doing something extravagant. For instance, I was out in a park last year and I was exercising with my trainer, and some group of children just walked past. And they don't know how to behave, around people. So they were just like, come on, come on, come on, come on. And I was like, yeah, all right, okay, I'll do one more push-up, So you should definitely cheer people more on whenever you have the chance.
Yes, positivity. Something like that. So a thing that is very normal at cons is that people go a little bit spending crazy. They buy a lot of effects and jewelry or other things. So did you guys spring for anything, buy anything at the con?
No.
Nope.
No. So I was the only one that
Yes.
went a little shopping crazy. Not much.
I saw a few things that I really wanted, but I didn't really have anywhere to put them, and I didn't care about carrying them around the whole day.
Because that's inconvenient to carry it around the whole entire day.
What did you buy?
I bought myself some latex elf ears with some spirit gum because I'm planning to do steampunk fairy cosplay and Arwen from Lord of the Rings. So I figured this would be a perfect investment because it goes with 2 of my new cosplay plans. And I also bought Hogwarts school necktie. So I bought the Ravenclaw one because I'm obviously a Ravenclaw girl, and I want to cosplay Luna Lovegood. So...
Then you have to be a blonde.
Yes, then I have to be a blonde again, which I don't really like because I don't think I look good with blonde hair, but I'll make an exception for Luna.
Yes, that sounds good.
So that was my purchases. Do you guys have anything like specific you want to talk about, like the costume contest or anything else that you experienced?
What I could see from this year's judges, it seems, is that they put a lot of but they judged based on more like sewing skills and not as much trinkets and
like props and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seemed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yes and no, because the cosplayer who won, Ingrid Beast, she wanted to join us today for our CosCast, but she was going to play a role-playing game with a group, so she didn't have the time, but she will be joining us on another episode.
Wow!
Yay! In April. And she, her cosplay was a mix between, crafted little tiny buttons and scales and stuff, and imprinted leather and, a lot of hand-sewn or machine-sewn things. So I think her cosplay just had the overall attention to detail and really good quality. Yes. And that's why she won, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. But a few of other cosplayers that attended on the stage on the cosplay contest that I thought was really good was like, nope. They didn't get any prizes. Mm-hmm. But I think all the winners was well deserved, and all of the winners were people that I thought would win something. So
yes. JC from Fendomily won closest to the original with her Evil Queen cosplay from Once Upon a Time.
She looked scary, similar.
Yeah. She was very much like her character. And then there was Nightingale from Skyrim. She won for best prop with her bow.
Yes.
Yes. And Ingrid, she won for best handicraft and best overall.
Awesomeness.
Yes, awesomeness. And her prize was awesome too. She won like a Game of Thrones bust of Daenerys Targaryen and a custom-made plaque from Desucon. And
that was really cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. And a gift certificate, I think. And of course a diploma.
Yeah. And I also noticed that the same girl won the comic and the monster design challenges.
Yeah, and she was really young, so kudos to her.
I actually went on Desucon's pages and I looked up the winners, and your short story is out there as well. So
already?
Yes, it is. They have just, taken pictures of your handwriting as well.
Oh. My beautiful handwriting. Well, if anyone's interested, you can visit Desucon's pages and you'll probably find it there. And we could probably add a link to it in the show notes after we finish the stream. So those of you who are interested can go there. And also I want to remind the audience that there is a live Q&A function on this live stream. So if you go to the Google Plus site where this is streaming from, there should be a symbol that allows you to ask us live questions, and we'll be able to answer them. And that's really cool. So if there's anything you want to ask us about anything, then just, send in a question, and as long as it's appropriate, we will answer.
You will always get an answer, maybe not the one you seek.
Yes, for sure.
And we also, all three of us, went to a dinner after the...
Yes, and that was so nice. We went with a bunch of cosplayers from our Facebook cosplay group.
It was really nice and really, really, really satisfying to have some dinner after such a long day.
Oh my god, yeah, I was so hungry and so thirsty. That first sip of cola after walking around all day just...
But I learned one thing, and that was about BansaiCon, which is a convention in Larvik in Norway. That's not... I don't know when it is, but I think it's in some weeks, maybe 2 or something.
And it's not far away. No.
And what I've learned is that convention is one of the creme de la creme of all conventions in Norway, because it is so small and it focuses on really, really, really great and talented cosplayers. Because they have such a few tickets out, it gets sold out in 9 or 7 minutes or something like that. It's really ridiculous.
Well, I think they sold out in 9 hours.
Okay, maybe that. Yeah. I meant that. Of course. Good.
7 minutes? Wow.
I meant second.
Yeah, no, apparently BansaiCon is one of the highest, quality cons in Norway, even though it's a very small local con. That's where people want to go.
Yes, and I'm really thinking about next year.
Yes,
BansaiCon. I will get my hands on a ticket.
Yeah. But the next convention up for me is probably going to be Archon or Desucon 10. That's the two I'm planning so far. And maybe, if I can afford it, ToruCon in the fall.
Yeah. I do not think I'm gonna go there because I don't really have any relations.
No, I've just heard that it's a really good convention, and if you share a room, it's not that expensive,
No, probably not. But Desucon 10 is definitely on my agenda for this summer.
It'll be so fun because it's more than one day, so you get to wear several costumes.
Yes. But what I do know is that I cannot attend all 3 days, but we'll see what I can do.
I'll probably be there on Saturday and Sunday because on Friday I am arriving home from my summer vacation to Prague.
Wow!
Yeah,
that's nice.
My first proper vacation in 3 or 4 years, I think. So that'll be really nice.
I think I just got a job.
Right now?
Did you get an email just now? Oh my God! Read it. Read it.
Hi, thank you for a nice interview. We would like to offer you a job here, probably as a kindergarten teacher without avdelingsansvar.
Section responsibilities? I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, departmental responsibilities, maybe. I don't know. But congratulations! Yay!
Celebrations is in order, as we say in Norway.
I knew there was a reason why I broke out the good alcohol today. Congrats. So you heard it here first, folks, and Enyassia has now got a job.
Now you can afford much more fabulous fabrics.
Yes.
That won't tore up, because you had some issues yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, a part of my cloak, some of the seams fall or broke. So there's some holes in where the seam is supposed to be on the cloak, but it's easy to fix it. The fabric wasn't too damaged.
Oh, well, that's good. I figured I'm going to try to see if I can share one of the videos that I put up from Desucon Fantasy to share with the audience that I've already put on YouTube. So I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot. So let's see. Play. Can you guys hear the audio?
No.
Okay.
That's me.
That's you. I'll just have to watch the video then.
But I think most of the cape trouble, I had some cape trouble as well, or skirt trouble, because people were just keeping on stepping on it. That was a little bit annoying.
Yeah, it was. And mine was even longer, so...
Yeah. I think Pixiedust just
Yeah, I overrided you. Overwrote. Whatever.
No, it was your video keeps like flipping on and off.
Yeah, well, it's there, so. You're so cute when you sneeze.
No.
Okay. Well, I think that was okay. I think I got to show it. So. And if I didn't, well, then you got like 1 minute and 15 seconds of just nothing. So yeah, good things. So what did you think about the fantasy quiz? Because it was a hard quiz that they had at the con.
I think they should have put out the answers, because I'm really curious if it got something.
They haven't posted the answers from the quiz online yet?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Well, maybe they have, maybe they haven't. But yeah, it was really tough because, I mean, I have never ever seen, or I've seen like one episode maybe or two of Once Upon a Time, so I had no idea of what to answer on those Once Upon a Time related questions that they had.
I've never seen anything about that at all. And frankly, I'm not interested. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I just haven't, bothered to look into it. But maybe I'll like the show if I, watch couple of more consecutive episodes. But and also some of the Lord of the Rings questions, like what year was the very first full feature Lord of the Rings film, not published but released? And I was like, 1976, maybe? I don't know. I have no idea.
It's because it's not, now we're not thinking about the Lord of the Rings movies. It's more like...
The first animated full feature movie.
Yes.
Yes, because it came out way before the others.
Yeah,
not everyone knows that, but a lot of people know it, I think.
If you're an old school nerd, you do.
Yeah. And we're so old, so we should know.
Yeah. Like, it happened long before I was born, but yeah, I know.
Yeah. So that happened. Oops. I almost kicked down some paints. Sorry. Yeah. So, did you guys have anything else that you wanted to discuss today about the convention? Specifically that you've thought about, or?
Yeah, they had some food and stuff on the convention, but I do not think that it was good enough. Because there are a lot of young people there that do not possess a lot of money, and the prices they took for different things was highly expensive. And you were not... Bless you. And you were not allowed to bring any food or drink from the outside and into the arena, so... Yeah, that's a bit tricky.
Yeah, I mean, because one bottle of Coke, like a 0.33 liter bottle of Coke, cost $40, and that's double the amount of what it costs in the shop. And when we went out to the store, we got 2 bottles of soda and one, big sugar-covered bun and a banana for $57. So that was just $17 more than what one bottle of cola would have cost us at the convention. And I know true. Convention food is expensive, but yeah.
Now I'm just saying that considering that most of the people who are attending on this event does not have a job, they should lower some of their prices to appeal more to the younger people who are there.
Yeah. Well, of course, it may not be possible. It may be the convention center that sets the prices, and maybe those prices are non-negotiable. So if that's the fact, then maybe they can't do anything about it. But if they have any pull on this, they should definitely try to do something about it.
Did you pour out your drink?
Yes. Not very much, but some. So I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
I have scoured through the event page from Desucon Fantasy, and I have tried to find any pictures or videos and stuff that we appear in, and I actually found one. And I also found this album from this girl who posted some pictures from the catwalk, which is quite fun. So now we have that moment forever.
Nice. Oh, it's fun to see others taking pictures of your costume.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird. People were like, "Hey, could I take a picture of you?" And I was like, "Why?" Alright. Should I do a pose or should I smile? Or what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I guess it's kind of unusual for you who haven't been on a con before.
yes. It was weird.
Yeah.
But fun. It was fun. So
Yeah, it gives you some kind of accomplishment that you've done something that others like.
yeah. No, I cannot seem to find the answers from the quiz, which is stupid, so I should write on the Desucon wall right now and ask for the quiz answers.
Yes, you should totally do that. So, crisis averted!
Woohoo!
I nearly ruined the library book, but I didn't, so...
That's good.
I have an inkling that it might be really expensive. So, yeah, do not want to knock anything over. Yeah. So, I figured I'm not going to toot my own horn and talk about my story from the contest, because people who are interested in knowing about that can just go read it on the Desucon page.
Yeah.
But it was a short story about an apprentice mage who lost her book and then found it again. And when I explain it that way, it sounds really ridiculous and boring. But I guess it wasn't that boring.
No.
You're probably a good writer, I think.
Hopefully.
That can make such a story interesting.
Yeah.
Or the other thing is that maybe all the other people sucked.
And in due respect to the other writers and to myself, I'm going to say that I'm good and no one sucks.
I know for a fact that my story sucked.
No, but I thought yours was really cute and imaginative. I mean, you wanted to write about a cat named Paul who chases a dragon from his garden. I mean, how adorable is that? And the internet loves cats.
I know. It would have been a perfect YouTube film.
Yes. If dragons were real, cats would chase them.
Of course, because they're lions.
Yes, tiny lions.
Not that only that, but in Egypt mythology, their cats are rumored to be guardians of the dead realm.
Oh yeah, that's true in Egyptian mythology. So cats are super awesome.
Yep, and now very awesome in Mummy, where they totally scare the mummy.
Yes, that's true, because he doesn't want to go back to the land of the dead.
Nope.
But I really think that they did a good job at Desucon Fantasy, and also because they had like this Hogwarts school thing going on.
Yes, that's really funny. I think they have it every year.
It was really cool. they had like set up this classroom, and there were 3 different professors that were, I think, working each class, and you could come there as a student and sit there and
have Snape harass you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can try to harass Snape, and he would attack you back.
Yes, definitely. No, that's really funny. I really liked the concept, and that they had this timetable with classes and a real live McGonagall and a Snape walking amongst, and they had a Dolores Umbridge.
Yes.
I
would
be nervous to cosplay that character because honestly, she's so hated by the Harry Potter community.
Well, I think it's worse to play Joffrey.
Yes, probably. You probably have people running after you screaming, "Die, you bastard, die!"
No free hugs for you, Joffrey.
Bad llama. Yes, so. No, but I really liked it. I bought my tie at the Hogwarts School section. And, well, we could talk a bit more about the program because they had a really interesting program. They had the LFG Dream Team tournament, which Fandomily Cosplay won, which was you were supposed to fight an imaginary dragon that was trying to attack the convention. And you had to have a healer and a DPS and a tank. Yeah. And so they got challenges shouted out at them, and they had to like fight the dragon in creative ways, and the best team won. And I thought that was really inventive and really fun.
Yeah.
Although I didn't get to see the entire thing because we were so busy doing other stuff, but it was fun.
It seemed really fun. We should have done like a
next year. We're totally doing the Dream Team next year.
Yeah. Then we need to have like a group together.
Well, the Three Musketeers, duh.
Oh, of course.
Now, and they had the monster design, which was you were supposed to make a creative and original monster design because a lot of people are getting tired of the good old tropes that you see all over the place all the time. And also a cartoon contest where you were supposed to make a fantasy-based cartoon or something, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can also
Munchkin Live?
Yes.
Yes.
And you also had this paint miniature thingy going on the whole day. So you can learn how to play I think Warhammer and also how to paint them.
Yes, that was... And they had a painting contest too, so there were painted miniatures and like glass cabinets that were on display, and so someone won that competition, but I don't know who. But I know that Vez Cosplay had a miniature running in that contest.
That were standing on its own.
Yes, a teeny tiny thing. And I also know that they had a Norwegian fantasy author present who held a lecture on how to become a writer.
That's
so
not
I think,
bad.
Yeah, that's probably a really cool resource for especially the very young parts of the audience that don't have a lot of experience writing and who dream about being authors, especially in the fantasy genre. So I thought that was really cool. And he was also the judge for the short story contest.
Then he likes you.
Yes, obviously. So maybe I have a connection here, huh? Wink, wink, hint, hint.
You know, you had to write your phone number on the...
Yes. Maybe I'll get a call.
You probably will.
Fingers crossed, huh? No, I'm not fishing for compliments at all.
Yep. But now that this convention is over, I feel like I have a load lifted off my shoulders, and it's just tossed like I cannot see it.
Because you were really nervous before in the time up to this convention because you were scared and like, I've never done this before, and how's it going to be? So you want to talk about those nerves? So maybe someone else are experiencing the same thing right now or have experienced the same thing before?
Yeah, it wasn't really that bad when I first got there, but it's like I don't like standing in line. I don't like being around other people that much, so...
Yes, a convention center is perfect for you. People everywhere.
But I think it was really fun because everyone was so nice and open and no sour faces. And if you ask someone something, they would answer you back. So it was alright.
Yeah, it's friendly.
Yeah, but I think most of my fears were like, is my outfit going to hold? And yes, it did, so.
Can't ask for more.
No.
Really. No. So I had a discussion with someone at the con, or we talked about how Desucon is a very profit-driven event. That they want to make a profit from it. They want to not just break even, but make some money off of it. And do you think that there's certain telltale signs that to reveals that fact to us as an audience that we could think about when we're there?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I can talk about it because I thought about it a little bit, and the most obvious thing is that every time the spokesmen were on stage, they kept repeating that they were sponsored by this store and that store, or and people were told to go check out the merchandise area and stuff, because they obviously want to sell and they want to be supported and sponsored.
Of course.
Yeah, and that's logical. I get it totally. And it's not like the whole thing is swamped with commercials or logos from the sponsors or anything. So I think they've done it in a really good way. We know that it's a for-profit event, but it's not, super commercial.
I agree. I think it was done well. It was they still do put their effort in making people happy and making events for people to do stuff. If they were mostly interested in money, they would probably have a much larger space for stores and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, what I want to talk about is our trip to the grocery store in cosplay, because once again, you were a little bit nervous about that. You weren't completely comfortable to begin with, but then you got over it really fast.
Yeah, I think that mostly when I say I'm nervous, I just do it because it's just a feeling that I have there at the time, but it kind of just flies by, and I cannot really remember it now. So when you say these things now, I'm like, what? When? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Yeah. No idea.
No, but people were looking at us funny, and we got one comment like, "Are you guys playing in a movie?"
Yeah,
like no,
shooting a movie, and we're like, "Yeah, dude, we're totally doing the next Star Wars sequel." They had to cut the budget, so they're doing it in Oslo. No. And I thought it was really funny that one of the store clerks at 7-Eleven took his phone up behind the counter and took pictures of us. That was kind of funny. Because you other customers, you guys, you can just wait a second. I'm just gonna take a photo of these crazy cosplayers in Sith costumes. Hang on. Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Yeah, but it was fun. It's like I think I would have felt a little bit weird about it if it weren't for that there were many other people dressed weird walking around everywhere.
If you were walking down the street completely alone, like if you weren't in a group with your friends, you would probably feel weirded out.
But when we went to take our Ariel and Belle pictures,
yes,
then we were like pretty much alone amongst all normal people.
Yeah, it was just you and me, and people stared a lot. Yes. But I felt like they stared a lot more at the Sith cosplay because it just looks so dark and, I don't know, maybe intimidating, because I had this old lady walk by me in my Sith cosplay and I just heard, "Oh my god," as she walked by, and I was like, "Oh my god, I scared an old lady, I'm sorry."
Yeah, I can agree on that actually, because you look kind of scary.
Well, yeah, white hair and tons of black makeup around my eyes and like perpetual frown on my face. I would be scared of me if I met me in a dark alley. Not now, obviously.
But now, when we are done with these Sith cosplays, do you guys have anything other planned for the future? What
Well,
are you going to work on?
I was gonna start on my steampunk fairy skirt. Well, as soon as I have the time. I have a lot on my plate now. I have 2 term papers that I need to finish and hand in, and a lot to read. But I want to start making that skirt. I have this itch in my fingers.
Yeah, I've got some plans. I think it won't be maybe in the nearest future, but I'm thinking of making Keely cosplay, and I still want to make the green dress, Eowyn green dress, and it would be fun to. Yeah, well, then it's the Musketeers.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah. And I also want to cosplay Hobbit, like Pippin, for instance. Maybe someday I can dare to enter a cosplay contest.
Oh yeah, that would be so much fun. I really want to do that too. At some point. Not yet, but someday.
But is every cosplay contest the way that they put it on Desucon, or is some of them more like reenactments or singing or dancing or stuff like that?
Well, yeah. I mean, yesterday was more of a costume contest, so it wasn't that much about performance, I think.
No, it wasn't a cosplay contest, because cosplay contests, then you have to be in character. That's kind of the whole point with the cosplay.
Yeah.
And you usually have like a slightly longer program, I think, because a lot of the programs were very short. People just walked up on stage, made a twirl, and then walked back down again. Maybe they stopped in front of the judges or something. But some people again used a little bit more time. So.
Yeah, definitely. Like on Desucon 9, there was a lot of singing and much more performances, and they took much longer time than on these small Desucons.
Yeah. Then they also have 3 days contra just 1, so.
Yeah, and at Spill Expo at Lillestrøm, they had a very different take on the cosplay contest, because then they had people just walking out on a stage doing a short program or twirl or something, and that was it. And then the audience got to vote because they live streamed it. So you could vote from your cell phone or from your computer, and so the audience chose the winner instead of a judge. Which I'm not sure if I really liked it, because there was a lot of like awkward silences and a lot of pauses in between. It made the whole contest just halt to like a grinding stop. Sometimes.
I think that it may not be an advantage for the first people walking on stage, because people need to like warm up on how the system works.
Yeah, they have to remember you, and the first one on stage is rarely remembered.
And also, I think it's more of a popularity contest, because if you have a lot of friends and a lot of friends is there, then of course you'll get a lot of votes. But if you are kind of unknown and maybe a little bit shy and don't have that many friends, then maybe,
it's been uttered by others attendees on these cosplay contests that they often don't find them very fair, because it a lot of times depends on who you know, and if you know many, and even if you know people among the judges. So they are maybe not always as objective as they should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. I think that maybe there should be a rule that if you're going to enter a contest, you shouldn't have a close relationship to the judges. Although that may be difficult to make happen in such a small community as there is in Norway.
Yeah.
But then at least the judge should be objective and should also have some qualification that makes them a good judge. Because I mean, the best judge will obviously be a good, experienced cosplayer.
Yeah.
Someone who knows what to look for and, you know, can appreciate a clever solution, not only find, you know, craftsmanship. But yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going to go with that. But yeah, it needs to be very objective, and I don't think an audience is capable of being objective.
No, I don't think so either.
So I much prefer the 3 judge panel variety instead of the Game Expo variety.
Yeah, but it's nice that they've tried different
Well,
things.
yeah, sure. It was fun that they tried something new and tried to be interactive and include the audience. But I think you should, instead of making it a completely audience judged event, they could have a audience favorite instead.
Yeah. That could be
and so that person gets a special award.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's much more fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're heading on the 10-minute mark now, so there's only 10 minutes left. So I figured, no, it's going to be over soon. But let's talk about what have we watched or gamed or done lately besides Desucon Fantasy.
Not much, really. I haven't had the time. I have too much to do with work and studies and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. No, I've been watching season 5 of Archer, which is, if any of you out there know what that is, you know that it is an acid show on speed, and I think it's really funny.
It's really weird, that's what it is.
That's what it is. Weird.
I've watched some episodes of Parks and Recreations, which is a really funny show that I like.
Yeah, I've heard good stuff about it, but I've never really watched it myself.
It's really fun.
And you,
I've been watching the only season of Sleepy Hollow, and
I watched that too. I liked it.
Yeah, I like it very much, and I hope for next season soon.
Yes.
And well, I started just out of curiosity to watch what is Teen Wolf?
Okay.
I think it's called.
Yeah, that's a reboot, right? You're watching the new version.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've seen a couple of episodes so far, and it's very predictable, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's like
I guess
entertainment you put on when you're bored and you don't really want to pay attention.
Yeah, kind of. Maybe I'm kind of a all eater almost. I'm not that.
Not that picky.
No, not that picky, really.
I mean, I can watch a lot of things. I'm not very restricted when it comes to genre, but there are just some shows that I just can't be bothered with. In general. Like, I don't want to say this because people will hate me, but Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's cute, it's funny, but it just doesn't grab me. It doesn't make me go like, oh my god, I need to see the next episode. It's like, it was okay.
I haven't watched one episode, but I really want to try, but it's like when shows have too many seasons, I do not know where to start, and I'm like giving up a little bit before I even start. But I could watch Doctor Who if someone really persuasive tried to make me.
That sounds like a ringing endorsement. I will watch Doctor Who if someone makes me. That is basically what you said. That is so funny.
Yeah. I watched some seasons of Doctor Who, and I kind of like it, but it's very silly. It is, but I like the seasons where David Tennant is the Doctor best. He's the best Doctor for me.
I think a lot of people will agree with you on that. I mean, I only have like 2 Doctors that I've seen, in different episodes. So far, David Tennant is in the lead, but
I have no freaking clue what you guys are talking about.
Okay, if you he also is in one of the movies, Harry Potter movies, as a Death Eater.
Yeah, he plays the son of Cornelius Bloff, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I know who you are talking about.
No, not Bluff, because he's...
Yeah, but I know who you mean.
Yes. Yes. That guy.
That guy. that tall, thin guy.
Yes. He's really creepy in that Harry Potter movie. I mean,
yeah.
He's nothing like, the cute, adorable, whimsy Doctor Who is like...
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I actually we started watching some series I don't remember the name of, but it sucked. It was about some police guy, and I was like, where have I seen you before? But it turned out he was playing Lucius Malfoy from Harry Potter.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I haven't seen him in anything except the Harry Potter movies, and now I suddenly have the craving to watch Harry Potter.
Yeah, me too. I got it.
We've been talking about it so much.
Let's have a Harry Potter marathon.
Oh, yes, that would be fun.
I have not watched the last movie.
Oh, you should.
I know, but
come home to me and we'll have a Harry Potter movie night and we'll watch the last one.
It needs to be right. It needs to be right when I'm gonna, end my childhood.
Well, I know what you mean. It was like a childhood's end when the last Harry Potter movie was over and you'd seen it, and it's like, what am I gonna do now?
I have it on Blu-ray. I have the whole collection, but it's just the timing hasn't been right. I need to have this home movie theater sound system before I do this, I guess.
Well, you've set the standard pretty high.
I have to.
My childhood cannot end unless it meets these specifications.
Yes, I need to, lock myself in for all days, turn off everything that I can use for communications, and I just have to start on movie 1.
You're so adorable.
So,
yeah. So, it's 28:58. No, 21:58. So we should probably start thinking about wrapping it up.
Yes.
So we can start talking about next episode, where we are going to talk about The Gathering and how cosplay is related to The Gathering, because it's such a gaming-oriented convention.
And it's like the most epic thing to do in Easter in Norway.
Yeah, it's like if you're a kid, like a teenager, and you're not going to The Gathering, you're a loser.
Well, either you like, skiing and mountains and cabins, or The Gathering. That's like the two things you can choose. I guess I would choose skiing.
I'm not a winter outdoorsy person at all. I would rather sit in the dark with smelly nerds around me and play computer games.
I would actually do both, though.
Yeah.
No, I'm raised in a really outdoorsy family, so.
Yeah, well, my family was very outdoorsy too. I just never took to it. I threatened my mom with the fact that if you give me skis for Christmas, I will break them and burn them.
Wow.
I didn't get any skis for Christmas. So yeah, now you know. yeah, so the gathering next time. So we're not going to discuss anything more about that because we've got to save the ammo for next episode. Keep
yes.
you guys wanting more. Maybe.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry. I can't help it. I have no filter. I'm sorry, okay?
No, you're not. You're not.
No,
sorry.
no, I'm not. I'm not sorry at all. I'm just saying it because that's what people want to hear.
Or is it?
Yeah. Okay. So, that concludes this episode of the CosCast. And next time, maybe we can have a guest with us who's been to the gathering in cosplay and knows a little bit about it. We're going to try at least. And so then all that remains is for us to say goodbye. So goodbye from Pixiedust Cosplay.
Bye.
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.